says this was a pile-up. Harry went open with name present every time. What is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zoo November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Your one stop for everything adventure radio and Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Especially a Merry Christmas to the Patreons, because you know what? They make my whole year merry, and I look really forward to a lot of stuff that we got planned for next year with these guys. Also, we're going to thank these guys right here because they're also equally as awesome. And the POTA Rovers, I actually added that benefit to the tier in the description today, just in case, you know, there's still some people contemplating if they're not going to be. And the ever-changing board. Thank you very much to Kilo 8 Golf Quebec for his off-stream donation, which AKA we call child support. He stayed in the same spot, but Kilo 9er Alpha Echo with his off-stream moved up to 2 spots, actually. And Whiskey 1 Whiskey Charlie with a move from last week's board as well. So thank you guys very much. And this will be the last Wednesday to move and shake. You'll have Sunday, but this will be the last Wednesday to move and shake this board. So Mr. Dan off the red hat reindeer there. Take it away.
I was looking for my Christmas hat, Brent, but I couldn't find it. I don't know where it is. So maybe next year we should get some HRAG Christmas hats so we can all wear them on the stream. That'd be pretty cool. Merry Christmas, everybody. And special shout out to all the PZN challenge people. Just a few more days. And then you will have freedom, except for Terry, because he's going to three-peat. Whiskey 1 Whiskey Charlie Brian was first in the chat. Merry Christmas, Brian. Kelly KI4 JAV. Merry Christmas. Kilo Oscar 4 Golf. Bravo Mo. Merry Christmas. Kent Kilo 9 Alpha Echo. Merry Christmas. Georgia Parks and Propagation. That's our buddy Ron Chris Alpha Echo 4 X-Ray Oscar. Merry Christmas, my friend. Whiskey 4 Good Sugar. Scott, Merry Christmas, buddy. John Carr. That's K8NIV. Merry Christmas, buddy. Good to hear you. Scrolling on down. Truffle Butter, Victor Echo 3, X-Ray November Sierra. Merry Christmas, Brian, to you. Michael, Kilo Echo 4 Eastern Standard Time. Merry Christmas. Whiskey 8 Echo Romeo, Liz and the whole family. Merry Christmas. Mike Robush, the CW PP man, and he's going to make QRO great again on January 1st. Kilo Echo 8 Papa Tango X-Ray. Merry Christmas. Ronnie, Kilo Oscar 4 Zulu Romeo X-Ray. Merry Christmas. Brent, November 4 Bravo Delta Whiskey. Merry Christmas. Man, there's a lot of people in here for it to be Christmas. I'm kind of psyched and impressed right now. Martini, that's Whiskey Delta 4 Jumbo Marshmallow. Merry Christmas. Paul Gaines, Merry Christmas. Scrolling on down. I know I saw more. Ricky, W4NRT, Merry Christmas, buddy. Sherry, Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Victor Delta, Merry Christmas. Frequency Frontiers, KY4GM, Merry Christmas. Kilo 4 Alpha, Merry Christmas, Mary. Whiskey Zero, Charlie Golf Charlie, Merry Christmas, buddy, over there in East Tennessee. And the Yeah Buddy, Kilo 4 Lima, India, Merry Christmas to you, Josh. And I think that is all for right now. Oh, Rob, come in here last. KB6 JFL. Merry Christmas, Rob. And hopefully everybody had a great Christmas day. Spent time with your family. Ate a lot of food. Now I got to take a drink of water. My throat's scratchy.
And everybody needs to spread that Christmas love by clicking that like button, because you all know that you like that we are here on Christmas night. And you know what? You mentioned the PZN crew. You know, I gave them a very special Christmas present after the UTC rolled over last night. I gave them the day off because I went out and did the late shift for them. And I'm sure they were all quite happy to have me out of the way last night.
Not only did you do a late shift for them last night, but I think you worked everybody with a 40-meter antenna.
I think I worked everybody with a 40-meter antenna last night too, because I'll tell you what, the propagation gods gave me my Christmas present last night, because 40 meters is not normally hot in the evening in West Virginia this time of year, but my goodness, it was on fire last night.
Yes, sir. Fred, good to see you. And SLT, Merry Christmas. See, Brent wants to know, what did Santa Claus bring us for Christmas? James, I'll let you go first.
Well, you know what? Santa Claus brought me all of you guys, because you guys are the greatest present that I could ever want. You don't understand what you guys do for me, and it's just great to have each and every one of you. I did get a really cool new shelf that I can't wait to put together to get a little bit more organized in here in the shack. I'm really looking forward to that. Got a new pair of shoes. Got some vacuum bags and what are those little things called that you get with stuff to keep it fresh? When somebody ships you something, they give you this little pack of stuff.
The silica gel things.
Yeah. I got some of those because I use a lot. I do a lot of 3D printing, so I go through a lot of stuff that I need to do that stuff. Got a really nice coat today. Gonna be it's light, but it's super super warm. So I'm kind of excited to check that out. I got everything I want, because, like I said, I got POTA and I got you guys. So
I was in the same boat, man. I already have pretty much everything I would want. And a Christmas present to myself, I ordered me another antenna for the house here about a week ago or so. Should get that around, I don't know, the first week of the year, maybe the second week of the year. And a new monitor for my ham shack, my studio. Other than that, man, I got the friendship of everybody here in the chat, friendship of my buddy James over here, and our Discord, and one big happy family.
You know what? And speaking of Christmas, I would like to thank all of the coal miners in West Virginia, because we almost had a disaster this year for Christmas. As the king of this kingdom, Santa Claus felt obligated to send me a message and tell me that he didn't have enough coal for the people that was bad this year. And he was going to have to go worse than coal this year and give out ICOM radios. So I contacted the coal miners, and they said, "Oh, Lord, we can't do people like that. Nobody's that bad." So they got the coal taken care of, and nobody had to get an ICOM radio. So you're welcome, guys.
That is fantastic. Truffle Butter says, if you ate turkey, click like and smash the subscribe button and notification bell. I had prime rib for Christmas, and it was delicious.
Ooh, prime
and
rib.
I have one more in the freezer that I might thaw out this week or next and do it, because I love me some prime rib.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. I had ham. I did not have turkey. I had ham. So
There's a rub that we put on the outside of it, get it nice and thick, and we shove garlic cloves down in it while oh God, it's so good.
so Terry said he got a rock. Brent said Terry got engaged.
Teresa's kind of young, Terry.
You know, and I got Terry a really good present. He was downtown again, dressed as Santa Claus, letting people sit on his lap. And he had no intention of giving anybody any presents. He was just letting them sit on his lap. And the cop showed up and was going to take him to jail. And I snuck in there with a bag of Dollar Tree toys to give to him. And he gave them out to get out of going to jail. So I did save Terry for Christmas.
If he goes to jail again for that, do they lower his radius from 1,000 feet to 500?
I don't know.
I'm not sure how this works. Yeah.
So typically, Martini says she don't mind turkey, but she don't care for ham. Typically, I'm not a ham person, but
That's pretty funny to hear, actually.
Yeah, it is. I'm not a ham guy, you know. Not at all. But Sherry's mom does a real good job on ham. I ate a piece of it over there on Thanksgiving, and I was like, man, that's some good ham. And she made it again today, and I ate quite a few pieces. So she does a real good job with that.
You heard it here first. Ham Radio Adventure Guy does not like ham.
Yeah, I don't like ham.
Go figure.
I don't like ham. There's too many nets in it.
There has been people left and right the last couple of days posting in our Meatloaf channel in our Discord. That is our Food Central channel that we have. If you're not a member of our Discord, I'll drop the link again here in a minute. Go check it out. But the dishes that they have been showcasing, for the lack of a better word, have been absolutely stunningly delicious looking.
Yeah, I do have that food weakness, you know. So,
you know, and you had Eddie talking about his brisket, and every time that happens, my stomach just starts to growl.
You know what's really bad is the other night I was trying to go to sleep and I couldn't sleep, and I turned on YouTube and I start looking up smokers, and I just start watching videos on smokers, and now I have all these questions that I need to ask Eddie. So Eddie, you're in trouble. But
the Jumbo Marshmallow says, this is going to sound bad, but ham is too salty. Ham does have a good bit of salt content, especially if it's like cured. Yeah.
What, Jamie? If you don't want ham, you can have Canadian bacon. Oh wait, that's ham.
That's the same thing. Yeah.
I never do understand this Canadian bacon thing. It's ham, y'all.
So no poutine for Christmas.
Well, I mean, I did have a little tater yesterday morning. Does that count?
Yeah.
It's the poutine of West Virginia.
I was actually surprised today. There were a fair number of activators out. I didn't think
there really was, you know, and I was kind of shocked with it myself watching the spotting pages. So
early this morning, about 7 or so this morning. Let me look back in my log here. Oh man, where'd you go? Somewhere at 12:31 UTC. So early this morning. Antigua was on, so I actually got a new DX entity out of that. They're at Alpha India 0004. Pretty good. I was surprised to see them on Christmas.
It's just classically funny now that the people who were aggravating me to go get that park, how much that park gets activated now.
Yeah, David's been up there for a couple days now at that park activating. But
and I'm like, what? You know, has he went and hit the wildlife management area?
I don't know.
I don't think he has, because I don't remember seeing it in the spots. Terry, you're going to tell me this. Has he hit the wildlife management area?
I got him on the 24th at Lost River State Park, and today, just before the stream, at the Lost River State Park. I have not seen him at the WMA though. No.
Brian says he got an atno today.
Nice. Yeah, Lost River is like way up there. Jerry said he doesn't think so.
It's crazy because, Lost River for me is about a 6-hour drive.
Ooh.
And the last time I went there, it cost me about $140 in gas.
Yeah,
round trip. But
yeah, it's about the distance between here to Huntsville. Yeah.
So in 6 hours and $140, I can go to a lot of places with unique to me parks. I don't, but the problem is next year I do got to go up there because I got to get that wildlife management area. I got to get that fish hatchery that's up there. So I am going to be up there in that area next year, but it's just crazy.
You going to go back and reactivate all of West Virginia?
No. I have no desire to reactivate. There's some parks on there that I have no desire to go back to. There's some of the new ones that I've done this year that I have no desire to go back to.
Some parks are hit or miss like that, man. Some of them can be kind of fickle.
I mean, that's the thing. I love POTA. I love getting unique parks. But if the park is not something that floats my boat, I don't really need to go back to it after that,
Yeah.
It's just, there's parks that I could activate 1,000,000 times. I mean, one day I might activate that 1810 and I think I'll fall in love with that one. But, and then there's parks that I have no desire to go back to. So I'm not big. First off, I'm not big on vehicle activations. So anything that requires me to stay in the vehicle is not going to be my favorite activation anyway. I'm not big on something that is just a parking lot and the only view is, you can see tall trees around you and just a trail that goes in them. Yeah, I can walk back in there and activate in there. And I'd rather do that. But if I'm doing a rove or something, it's probably not a park that I'm going to hit unless it's just a 12 and out. So, but again, there's parks that I will go to. Well, there's a lot of parks that I'll go to over 100 times because I like to have eagles at parks.
What's it look like in Florida for you around Orlando and Lakeland? Have you activated most of those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When I go to Lakeland, now mind you, there might be some new parks that I ain't looked at since I've been there last year. But if there's nothing new, I have to drive a good bit to get a unique park for me down there. So,
how about over towards Daytona?
No, I can go to Daytona.
Where they roved. I think they roved out that way last year.
I can go out toward Daytona and get some unique parks.
Yeah,
and I'm going to get. I've got to because my goal is to hit 1,000 unique parks next year. No, not 1,000 in 1 year. 1,000 overall. But it's gonna be an expensive goal because no matter which way I go about it, if I'm coming from West Virginia, I'm looking at long drives.
Which way are you coming, Mo? And when? Let me know in the chat. Mike wants to know if you had a chance to set your tent up yet. Probably not because it's still been raining and wet.
It has been
saturated.
Absolutely, the ground is just absolutely saturated. It's actually been kind of nice weather. It great days to set up, but this week's going to be kind of nice as well, and it should drop the ground mow, and I'm going to set it up this week and probably do a little bit of video with it. So I look forward to it. It's actually setting right here.
PP man said, I like to meet in the Walmart parking lot. No. That's where you like to stay. That just happens to be where I met you because that's where you were. I'm not a fan of Walmart.
And
Be
speaking
honest.
speaking of Dan's neck of the woods, Alpha Echo 4 X-ray Oscar, put in the chat the highway that I asked you about, so I can tell Dan what highway I was talking about.
Oh, Mo's driving up from Florida. He's driving by Valdosta right now. So hold on, let me look towards the interstate, which is about 10 miles that way, and say, "Hey, Mo." You know, Kyle does that every year when he goes down to Florida and back up. He'll send a message on Discord and said, "Hey, I just drove past your town." I'm like, well, why don't you tell me like in advance and we stop, get a bite to eat, or take you to a park or something?
And I see that would not be my plan. I'm actually looking, on getting the train to detour and go through Valdosta
There you go.
to where Dan can meet me at the Valdosta train station and say hi to me.
Yeah. You're going to be on a CSX track.
Dan, when you see a coal train coming through there,
Yeah.
get your truck up to at least a speed to where I can make a safe jump.
That's right. Yeah, Valdosta is kind of the gateway to Florida. Yeah.
But that's kind of a funny story. So put a 1 in the chat if you have ever hopped a moving train.
Highway 224 is what Chris said.
That's not the one I remember, but okay, maybe.
Excuse me, 221. 221.
Okay, that sounds more like it.
Yeah, that'll be the long.
Oh, I'm liking it, Terry. Ham Radio Tectonics. I guess I better put a 1 because I used to do it frequently.
Really, you've hopped it? Okay. I'm gonna have to get this, Bill. I'm gonna have to get this story in Orlando.
Ricky,
about
nice
hopping trains. Oh, it doesn't matter if it was a long time ago, brother. We still need the story. Yeah.
Oh, I have no problem telling the story. When I was in high school, and did not have a vehicle, I typically dated girls who lived in the next city up. And when you don't have a ride, you don't want to walk. So basically, you wait around in town, and you wait for a train to come through that's going slow enough that you think you can run quick enough, and you hop that train. And that train would take you to I don't even want to know what you're having. That train would take me to the train yard, which is almost to the next city.
I'm laughing at Terry.
Yeah, I see what you're. Oh my goodness!
They've gotten. I'd imagine since we were growing up.
Wait! Before you say this, look who's in the chat.
Hotel India 8 Delta.
Wow,
Amigo.
I haven't seen you sleep in my Discord in a long time, David. Where you been?
And I worked Foster the other day, buddy. Merry Christmas, David, to you and Annabelle. But I was going to say, I imagine they got more strict on train hopping since we've been little and done it.
Maybe in some places. I don't think it would be a problem here. I really don't.
Yeah.
The important thing about hopping a coal train is know when you start to hear that dung 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 noise from way up. Get ready and brace yourself, because that means your cart is eventually going to shake hard, because they don't have brakes on every cart of a coal train. Yeah. It's brakes in the front, and it just starts this generation of shaking. It's pretty crazy.
That is funny. I've never hopped a train. No.
The important thing is to hop off. That's the important thing.
You have to tuck and roll.
No, I've never tucked and rolled. I've always I've always stuck the landing. But you need to do it at a good speed, and you need to do it where you land away from the train.
Well, see, here's the problem with doing it at our age now. It's not tuck and roll. It's tuck, roll, and hope you don't break a hip.
Well, that's the problem. Even if I stuck the landing now,
your knees,
everything would break straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. PP Man said hopping off was his issue. That was always the issue. But Yeah, that used to be my childhood transportation. When I didn't have a way to get to the next town.
Hey, Liz, thanks for joining us. Hope y'all had a Merry Christmas.
A Merry Christmas, Liz, and all is well.
That's right.
Yeah. If you don't know the inside joke, you just don't know it. Liz knows it though. Oh.
And hopefully everybody had a good Christmas day. Ate lots of good food.
PP Man said he was bloody when he came. Man, you must have really had a hard landing when you.
He probably scraped them up on those the rocks they put down.
It's probably he jumped off the train instead of yelling something like Geronimo. He jumped off the train and said QRP.
He yelled as loud as he could too.
Speaking of that, it wouldn't be Christmas if we didn't call him out, Dan.
Oh, what are we doing now?
So I made him take a shower 3 times the other day. He hunted me.
He said he had it hooked
on 96 watts. Don't know where the 96 came from, but he hunted me on 96 watts.
Best you ever heard. Yeah.
He said he got on the train at 5 mile an hour and got off about 30. Yeah, but that was the good part because basically most of the time, as long as I rode it from Chapmanville to Logan, I was safe because it was going to have to stop at the train yard, and I could get off with it stopped. As long as I was on a cart far enough back. Now, if I was toward the front, I had to jump off while it was moving because I didn't want to roll into the main train yard because, they'd bust your tail. But going from Logan to Chapmanville is a different story because that thing is moving through Chapmanville. So,
did PP Man, after you hunted him QRO, did you have to take a shower in the hand sanitizer gel to wash it off of you? He said he still had a rash.
He said he took 3 showers after that.
Yeah, that's funny.
It was funny because I was like, man, he's loud tonight. And I even said, PP Man, I hate to do it, but I got to give you a 5.9. You sound good tonight. And he's like, yeah, 96 watts. I was like, no wonder you sound good.
I wouldn't have admitted it. I would have said, I'm only running a watt.
I'm surprised he didn't. Yeah, 10th of a
watt.
Good
on CW. Was it this morning, PP? Did you activate this morning? It was either this morning or yesterday morning. He said he was running 1 watt on 40 CW, and he sounded great here. Sounded really good.
I think tomorrow sounds like a QRP CW activation for me too.
There you go.
I was going to do one today, but there was too much food. It's hard to leave a good plate of food.
Bring the plate with you.
Well, I didn't want to Mick activate, Dan.
I didn't say sit down in a restaurant.
Everyone knows restaurants open around here.
You gonna load up the arches? Is that why they glow yellow?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, funny stuff. So did anybody get any cool things for Christmas in the chat?
Yeah, let's hear about your presents, guys. You asked us about ours. Now we're going to ask you about yours. We want to know what kind of toys you got. Ham radio related or not. We're just curious.
Yeah, we just want to know what you got.
I've seen a lot of people around on different Discords and Facebook and stuff like that. They got some pretty cool toys, like 706s, a lot of 891s, batteries, stuff like that. So.
If you got DX Engineering gift cards and you want to send them my way, that way I don't have a heart attack when they message me and say, hey, your new Yazu's in. You owe us. I'll gladly take those. You know what? Anybody who sends me a $10 DX Engineering card, you can also send me all of your DX Engineering stickers, and I'll take care of them for you.
And there you go. See, Terry got some Arborist throw line. PP Man got a vacuum. Brian got a Ubiquiti Dream Machine Pro router. I don't have the Dream Machine Pro. I run a separate cloud key, but I do have the UXG Pro here at the house, and I love it. Richard, what's going on, buddy? Kilo 6 Romeo Delta Juliet. Good to see you. DX Commander Signature 12.4. That is an awesome antenna, dude. I got one and I love it. Better than peanut butter. Better than a peanut butter cheeseburger. You got that right.
It was never the peanut butter on the cheeseburger that bothered me, Richard.
The onion.
It was the sauteed onions that you had on the peanut butter cheeseburger.
Yeah. It won't take you that long to build that thing. Just get a tablet out or something and follow the instructions, because he has very good instructions on exactly what to do and what order. And it maybe took me an hour, to string all my elements on. The 30-meter element is going to take you the longest, because you got to wrap it around the pole like 90 something times or whatever.
You know what? That's a good idea. I can just buy one, ship it to Dan's house, and when I take the train down to Valdosta in February, he can have it ready for me.
That's right. N8 SLT. His wife got me a used Butternut HF9V. Those are really good.
Absolutely.
And, yeah.
I know Miss Alpha Delta 2 Charlie Delta kills it on a Butternut.
Yes.
So
they need a good radio field, much like the DX Commander that Richard got. A good radio field will help both of those antennas out a lot. But a Butternut's a really good antenna.
PP Man wants to know, Richard, if that's for your mirror mount on your rig.
Yeah, every overpass he goes under. You imagine putting a 12.4 meter antenna on a big rig.
Steven would try it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just another mast for Steven to break. So.
Yeah, buddy. Is that it? I know other people in the chat listening got some presents. We want to know. Yeah, I'd probably rip your mirror off, Richard. That's true.
Yeah, somebody tell us something cool. So far, I'm going to say the DX Commander's winning the Christmas Fest here from the chat.
For sure. That or the Butternut. That's going to be a good toss-up.
Yeah.
GRA M105. I don't know what this is, dude. Let me look at this. GRA M105 Ultimate Portable Antenna. I've never heard of this. We are about to get educated. GRA M105.
I feel like I have heard of that, but I don't know.
GRA, is it made by Gable? GRA?
Okay, that's where I've heard it from.
That does sound like a Gable thing, GRA.
Brian also got 3 action cameras.
Oh, is it like a Manpack collapsible whip?
Yeah, he said it's a Manpack antenna.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah, buddy. So there's 3 sections. That is cool. So they kind of fold out and go into each other. That's awesome. Yeah. That is cool, man. I like that. 89 Whiskey Mike got a 100 amp hour battery with Bluetooth. What brand? Battery? I have Bluetooth batteries on my boat. They were made by crap. Why can't I not remember this right now? I'll remember in a minute. They're blue.
Okay, I'm really gonna be confused here. Why do you need Bluetooth on a battery?
Oh, so you can see the charge, discharge rate, everything else.
Okay.
Yeah, it gives you real time charging information, discharging information.
I was like, what are you Bluetoothing?
Yeah, so you can see the state of the battery easier, especially when you're using them on a boat, because you want to know if your trolling motor is about to die on it. Because with a lithium battery, you really can't tell, because unlike a wet cell battery, it doesn't get slower and slower as it drains. It just stops working.
Oh yeah, trust me, I know very well what a lithium battery does when it's done.
Nuts. Oh, who made those batteries?
I don't never worry about my 100 amp hour though. I've never ran it dead. I've never ran my 60 amp hour dead. So You know,
I'm still looking.
this right here may pass your DX Commander, man. That's some hot Christmas right there.
You know,
I'm really glad that come in. Now I can tell this story. So Ronnie's wife ordered him that stuff for Christmas, and there was no email or nothing to return, and I just happened to see her last name, and I had to message Ronnie like, "Hey man, you happen to have an order in with me?" He's like, "I think my wife might." I was like, "Can you have her email me?" Because she had ordered him the blue hoodie, and the size that she ordered was out of stock, and I needed to get him another size or another color or another size, and she chose the green one. So I'm glad it did make it there on time because the hoodie was put through much later because of that.
no, not Dakota Lithium. I looked it up as Ionic, IONIC, Ionic batteries. They're really good.
So with Christmas being said and everybody's telling us their presents, what are you guys doing for New Year's? What are you planning, like any special activations for New Year's Day or just a regular activation? Anybody got any cool New Year's Day plans?
At least make sure you activate and hunt at least once that week so you get the piece of paper or the endorsement if you already have. Brian says drinking. Yeah, I was looking at that. The collapsible. Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, they make great stuff. I've got one of their tripods.
I got their their
And
tripods. Really
my
nice.
problem is I can't find where I put. That's why I'm excited about this shelf because I get to take all this stuff that's in random boxes and stuff out because there's so much stuff that I need to find that I have, and that
Okay.
tripod is one of the things I've been looking for.
Now,
But they make some really cool stuff.
this Richard, can you please record it so we have proof of this? He's going to host a karaoke show to ring in the new year.
Terry,
we do want to see it.
Richard, if you would do a duet with Terry singing "It's Raining Men" and record it, me and Dan will do a whole stream of reaction videos to it.
That's right. It's raining men. Then Terry comes in. Hallelujah. Oh, that would be great, man.
Oh, good stuff. So come on, let's hear some exciting New Year's. I don't know. I haven't planned. I don't have my New Year's Day activation planned yet. I can tell you that I am, unless it's pouring the rain, I am sure that it will be at 000 UTC day because that's what I like to do. I like to break it in right. So, but I do not know if I'm going to go somewhere special for it or the next day even. I don't know yet. I haven't made up my mind about that.
I might I might wait till you call last call 2 times and you're about to go QRT.
Well, I may not do it though.
Yeah.
Because it's technically the new year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on a whole new level of stats. I might just, I might hit that 12th person and said, "All right, I'm QRT," and watch people who's already trying to get in the PZN challenge go panicking. and then 20 minutes later, be back in a park again.
Right.
That's right, Mo. We're going to make PSK 31 great again.
Absolutely.
I can guarantee you that PSK 31 is going to be hit so much more this year.
You gonna aim for at least one a day? That'll be good.
Probably.
Yeah,
I'll probably do one a day. Well, I can tell you that in the summertime, when I'm on my summertime schedule, I'm gonna really try to get back into that three band late shifts, and then in the evening with some PSK 31, and may even go back and do some SSTV like I did before.
Golf Alpha Echo says he needs to get back into PSK and Riddy.
Well, this is the year. This is the year because you will be able to get plenty of park hunts in on PSK 31 just from me alone.
Richard said his voice won't carry It's Raining Men. So it would be Terry to carry that song. Richard, I think you could do it, buddy.
Well, you could do the backup for him at least, Richard.
Yeah.
Terry can hit the high notes. We know Terry can hit the high notes.
Well, it's either that or YMCA.
You just got to tell Terry, you're going to fall out of the PZN challenge if you don't break this pile up. Hit them notes. Terry says no PSK for him. I call BS right there.
Well, Terry, if you don't do any PSK, there's no way you can hunt him at every activation. Just saying. No, you could, unless he does a PSK only activation.
And it's quite possible because I may wake up the hunters again. I may make 3:30 a.m. great again too. You never know about me. It's going to be an interesting year.
I mean, you might as well do an activation right before you go to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, so we're making 4:45 great again.
There you go. That's what you should do if you can't sleep, man. Just walk across the road. It doesn't matter if you already done it that day or not.
So I feel like I got a case of Tourette's coming on. So I think somebody's saying they're not repeating. That's all I'm saying.
That's right. Up north of 60. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Did we? I know we've asked before, and I don't remember. Has anybody besides Terry that has did it this year said they're repeating? I don't think. I know Josh was a strong no. Mike is getting back on his nap schedule, so that's another no. So we've got Michael and Charlie Whiskey Bravo that we haven't heard from.
Kyle said he was going to do it. Hey, Mom. Merry Christmas.
Terry has no choice. Kyle is going to do the PZN Mom Challenge. He's going to hunt me every day of the year and say 5.9 for Mom. Kyle,
yes,
what did you get for Christmas, Kyle?
A hiker.
If Kyle did not get, hold on, I'm going to write something down.
Yeah, okay. Kyle, I just had an epiphany. Do you have a hitch on your hiker? Because if you do, you have a hitchhiker.
Let me find a pen here. We're going to play a game.
Blow your mind.
Now, I'm going to make it legit. It's not going to be something that like rare or something.
Uh-oh. Terry said his goal for 2025 is to hunt Big Daddy every day.
So if Kyle did not get what I wrote on this, on the backside is, look there. It's going to be hard to see.
I don't think any of us are going to get
it. I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. Okay. If he didn't get this for Christmas, he has to give me his teardrop.
Ooh. All right. So James wrote something on the backside of this piece of paper that we can't see right now. And
you really can't see that.
If you did not get what he wrote on the piece of paper, then you owe him your hiker trailer.
Right there. That's clear right there. Oh, nope. Yep. So anyway, Kyle, what'd you get? I'm going to hold the piece of paper so you know.
No. So let's see if his prediction was correct here. So Kyle, what'd you get for Christmas, buddy? Matching cozy jacket for the hiker and Pixie. Yeah, that'd be great.
Come on, Kyle. Let's see what you got.
At least he doesn't have to winterize Pixie.
Man, when I come down in February, you might have to give me a truck to pull my new teardrop.
I don't know. I don't know if this is true or not, but he just said a Buc-ee's mug.
That's all you got for Christmas, Kyle. Now I was fair when I wrote this. I was really fair. There's a fair good chance that you could have got this. And this is technically what you should have got for Christmas.
His brain is going a million miles an hour right now, saying,
Kyle, I'll give you a hint. Did you get anything for ham radio?
Ham radio related. Okay.
Yeah, ham radio related. Did you get anything for ham radio related? Look there to what you can see. You can actually see it right now too. If I get ready to turn it.
I'm waiting for the videos.
I'm trying to let you keep your camper here, Kyle.
I'm waiting for the videos that he's going to start drilling holes in the top of that thing and putting NMO mounts on it. I don't think he knows.
I mean, I can call last call, and then you'll start throwing out 42 Christmas presents.
He said, "How about a new Flex radio?"
A new Flex radio. I don't think you would have needed that, Kyle. What you would have needed and should have got for Christmas. Let's see if we got to make that. Can you read that, Dan?
No, I don't even think I can read it if I blow you up here, but let me do that. Antenna.
An antenna. Kyle, you should have got an antenna for Christmas because when you set up one for me, it sucked.
Oh no!
But
I did not see that one going that direction. That was pretty good.
But since Kyle's mom, I can't make him homeless. I'll let him keep his camper.
That's true. Because we all love Kyle's mom. Even mom, Kyle, has met Robbie's mom, actually. That was a pretty funny live stream.
I don't think Kyle, my mom, has met my mom, though. Antennas are only half the battle. Yeah,
you need to get back on the air, Kyle. I miss hearing your bits and dots.
We could blame propagation for that day, but man, I can pretty much take a paper clip and make a pile up out of it, Kyle. I don't know.
Kilo 6 Romeo Delta Juliet.
His camper is not too heavy for me to pull PP, man.
He says,
I just told Dan he was going to have me a truck for my new camper.
Hey, James, when are you and Terry coming to Southwest Missouri for a rove?
I don't know, Terry. Terry, when do you want to pay gas money and motel and food for me and you to go to Southwest Michigan for a rove?
No, Missouri.
Missouri.
That's right. You can go and give 3 threes to everybody. Again.
Because that Missouri is not on my rove list as of now, right now this year. But if Terry wants to do it, that's all up on to Terry. We'll leave that up to him.
Yes, Terry can sing on your show for sure.
Yeah, well, we can go ahead and send Terry to sing on the show. That's fine. Brent says, leave 6 Mile Island and float down the river. Kyle says, we're just a flyover state. I mean, I have no problem doing parks in Missouri. None of them were bad for me. And I actually want to go back and do the Arch. It was just way too crowded when I went through there.
Kind of like a flyover state like North Dakota. The only people that activated are people who aren't from there.
Yeah. North Dakota's a pile-up state. I seen somebody the other day, and it kind of just amazed me because he was like, He had everything worked, including DC. You know, he had the bonus, but he needed to hunt Tennessee.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there thinking, how does anybody not have Tennessee? Tennessee's on all the time. So
I remember seeing that post, but I never did look to see where the guy was.
I do not think Missouri has the most parks, Kyle.
No.
I don't even think it's close.
There's
I
plenty
can think of two that'll absolutely destroy it in parks.
but there's plenty of new to you parks in Missouri.
Yes, there's plenty of new to me parks in
Yeah,
Missouri
you
because
could
I've
take
only got like, I don't know, 2 parks in Missouri activated.
Yeah, buddy. Take you a long weekend trip up there, and you and Kyle go out and just murder the parks up there. Kilo 4 Lima, India.
Looky there. Big Merry Christmas to you, Josh. Thank you very much for your super chat. Always a pleasure when Josh super chats because it's always boom.
Kaboom.
That super chat was so loud that the reindeer's nose fell off. Oh.
Let's see. Missouri, Kyle, has 519 parks.
Well, it had more than I thought it did.
Yeah. That's a lot of parks. New York has 840.
Yeah.
So
New York was one of the ones I was thinking of. And the other one I was thinking of, and I could be wrong now that Kyle told me, but look at Pennsylvania and see how many there is in Pennsylvania.
Papa Alpha. Pennsylvania's 486.
Oh, really? Well, Kyle got into Pennsylvania. Yeah, New York's like outrageous.
486, and probably 485 of those are PA State game lands.
and how many was New York?
New York, oh man, a lot. New York, 840.
840.
Yeah.
I just have 839 more parks to activate in New York, and I got it made.
You can do it in a weekend.
Yeah. And just borrow James, and we can do that in a weekend for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right. But since we're throwing out numbers without looking on POTA, what is the second biggest place for activations for me besides West Virginia?
Without looking, okay.
Without looking at POTA.
Everybody in the chat, put your guess too. I'm going to guess second biggest without looking. I'm going to say Florida.
Robert says Ohio. Josh says Florida. Dan says Florida.
I wanted to say what Kyle said. It's a toss-up between Kentucky and Florida.
Kyle says Kentucky.
I'm going to say Florida.
Joe says Texas. I haven't even activated in Texas yet. I can go ahead and tell you somebody's won.
Oh, I didn't take that into account.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, okay, I'm not going to change my answer, but I think I know what it really is.
Kentucky would have been my guess if I was guessing too. So you guys that were guessing Kentucky's absolutely on the same track that I would have been.
Yeah.
But the second biggest place that I've activated, the second most parks, would be Ontario.
Yeah. Lou, they're 658 in Utah. 658.
Delaware's a good guess since I've activated them all, but there's not that many.
Yeah, that didn't even pop into my head, but yeah. I was not thinking.
That's why I didn't say states. I said place.
Right. My narrow brain stayed within the United States. For all of our international listeners, I apologize.
So, how many parks are in Kentucky now? I know the number, but I can't think.
Let's see. Kentucky, 184.
184. So Kentucky will pass Ontario sometime very shortly.
Yeah, that'll be a weekend plus a day.
Yeah, sure. No, I only need 40 something of those left.
Yeah, but they probably range from all different corners of the state. Be nice if they were all in one line. All the
Oh
ones you
yeah, if they
need.
were all in one line, I would just say, well, it's time for a 40 Park Grove. But
Yeah,
we're talking the ones I have left they're scattered, and a lot of them. I think I've got some hike-ins left. I'm not 100% sure because some of them you can't really tell. There was one I thought was a drive-in recently that I did, and I ended up parking and hiking into that one. That's why I like anytime I go with my delivery guy because he delivers out there quite a bit. I'll normally take my big radio, but I always take my KX3 with me
in case
because
you got to hike.
there's
Yeah.
been a couple of times that I've got there and like, are you kidding me? He's like, you gotta hurry.
Scattered, smothered, and covered.
Yep.
Some good hash browns, buddy.
Kentucky and Waffle House has a lot in covered, Kyle.
Yeah.
Including the number of teeth allowed in one place.
Yeah, 658 in Utah. That's right, Lee.
Utah, big time.
Yeah. A lot of summits too.
Yeah, well, out west everywhere has summits.
I was looking on the summit map thing, and the density of those dots. So once you get to the Rockies in the west, is just stupid. There are so many.
Yeah.
If I lived out that way, I'd probably be really into soda. But
Oh yeah.
my closest soda here is 4 hours away.
My problem here, I've got plenty of sodas to do here. It's just, it's not like you're going to a state park.
Yeah.
You can get some people very angry doing sodas here in West Virginia.
Richard got his first activation in California. That's awesome.
Nice.
How many more states do you have to go, buddy?
He's got a good job to activate all states.
Yes. Actually, I'm going to cheat.
That's why Brent says hit that like button before the stream is over, because what Brent's really saying is, guys, it's Christmas and you're coming up on the top of the hour. That's what Brent's really saying.
That's right.
So, Dan, what do you have coming up for the rest of this week?
I am hoping everybody that is still in the PZN challenge will remain so for the next 6 days.
6 days.
Yeah, just handful of more days, guys. Just hang in there. You did a great job so far. And
so who do you think's going to get me on December 31st on my only activation that's going to be 6 meter 10th of a watt Hellscriber?
Josh. Other than that, man, back to work to me for tomorrow. Tomorrow and Friday, then go out and activate some for the weekend and have some fun for the New Year.
You know what we're going to do Sunday?
Drive around in our Hemi-powered Rams.
Nope. Every dollar that is super chatted on Sunday means how many times Terry has to call me on the 31st before I accept his call.
That would be great. That would be funny.
It'll be Delaware all over for him.
Oh, that is funny.
He's like, I've SDR'd everywhere. All right, guys. Well, listen, I hope everybody had a great Merry Christmas. I'm going to be out activating tomorrow, just like always. But I'm still. Hey, Thank you very much, TC Fitz, for the super chat, and Merry Christmas to you as well. Good to see you in here, man. I ain't seen you in here in a while.
Yeah, buddy. Thanks.
But I would say I'm going to take it easy for the rest of this year because I know what's coming. It's kind of like Game of Thrones where I say brace yourself, 2025 is coming.
PZN is coming.
But you know, we'll just see. I can't take it too easy. You know, I'm still working on some things, and you know, there's still a couple eagles that I'm working on in places. I bet people who hunt me regularly knows what eagles I'm working on because they get hit quite a bit. But Iowa has 2 sodas, believe it or not. Yeah, I can believe it. Iowa was flat when I was there, so I can believe that. All right, guys. Thank you guys very much. I'm heading over to After Chat. If you guys want to join me, hopefully you're already a Patreon and don't have to worry about it. You just pop in there. And if you're not already a Patreon, go over to Patreon and click on a free 7-day trial and then message myself or Dan so we can get you squared away into the benefits. Other than that, thanks for the super chat, guys. Appreciate y'all. And 73.
Merry Christmas, guys. 73.
Merry Christmas.